Shalom, everyone, and welcome to today's scripture with Ayaba. And today's scripture comes from the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verses 19 through 24, and it reads as follows. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the Besorah, for which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak, but that ye also may know my affairs and how I do. Tychicus, a beloved brother and faithful minister in Yahuwah, shall make known to you all things, whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose, that ye might know our affairs, and that he might comfort your hearts. Peace be to the brethren, and love with belief from Yahuwah the Father and Adonai Yahusha HaMashiach. Grace be with all them that love our Adonai Yahusha HaMashiach in sincerity. Amen. Pray for and comfort one another. Here in this passage of scripture, in verse 19, Paul or Shaul is asking the called out assembly at Ephesus to pray for him, that he would be able to speak boldly, and that he will be given the words that he is supposed to speak. And in verse 20, he says that he is an ambassador in bonds. Paul was imprisoned a lot for preaching the truth. And he's asking the called out assembly to pray for him, that he will have boldness to keep on teaching the truth about Yahusha HaMashiach. And in those days and in that time, people were getting put to death for teaching about Yahusha. So he was asking for the people that was part of the called out assembly at Ephesus to pray for him, that he will have boldness and that he will be speaking the right words, and he will keep on teaching the truth about Yahusha. And then he goes on to say, but that ye also may know my affairs and how I do. Tychicus, a beloved brother and faithful minister in Yahuwah, shall make known to you all things, whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose, that ye might know our affairs, and that he might comfort your hearts. So he's not only asking for prayer for himself, but he also is leaving that called out assembly with a brother in Yahuwah, a faithful minister, Tychicus, to keep them up on what's going on with him and his ministry when he's not with them, but also to comfort their hearts. So he's not only asking for their prayers and their help, he's leaving them with somebody who can comfort them as well and who can continue to help them. And that's the way it should be amongst the brothers and sisters in the truth, in Yahuwah. We should be praying for one another. We should be comforting one another. We should be speaking life to one another. We should be helping one another at every opportunity. And so that is a powerful thing, to have that unity, that even when that person, even when that leader moves forward in his ministry, that they leave someone that continue that ministry on, to continue to help disciple the others who are left as a part of that called out assembly. And a lot of times that doesn't happen today. People are left alone. People don't have anybody that they can turn to, that they can talk to, that can pray with them, that can keep them encouraged. And so a lot of people, they fall to the wayside. They gone back to their, their old ways, and they, go back to how they were living a life of sin. And some of it is due to the fact that they don't have anybody to comfort their hearts and to help keep them encouraged and to help, inspire them to keep moving forward in their relationship with the Most High Yah through Yahushua HaMashiach. So this is very, very important that we learn how to pray for one another and to comfort each other. And remember, this is a letter that Paul was writing to the called out assembly at the church of Ephesus. So he ends his letter to them by saying, peace to the brethren and love with belief from Yahuwah, the Father, and Adonai, Yahushua HaMashiach. Grace be with all them that love our Adonai, Yahushua HaMashiach, in sincerity. So how are we, leaving each other at the end of a conversation? At the end, if you're writing someone, when you're communicating with them, if you're communicating with them face to face, are you leaving them with words of encouragement? Even in a text message, are you leaving words of encouragement? In an email, are you leaving words of encouragement? A telephone call, are you speaking life and words of encouragement to the people that you are talking to and communicating with? This is very, very important, everyone, because there are so many people who get discouraged in their walk with the Most High Yah. And we've got to learn to speak words of encouragement, peace, love, unmerited favor, belief, words that add value and that inspire one another, so that people will be motivated and inspired to keep on going, to keep on fighting, to keep on praying, to keep on believing, to keep on putting their total confidence in Yahuwah as they serve him as a servant of Yahushua HaMashiach. We have got to remember to do that one for another. So think about the people who are closely associated with you in your life, your family members, your friends, your neighbors. If you are part of a local assembly that you attend regularly, or people that you fellowship with on a regular basis, learn how to pray for them. Learn how to comfort them. Learn how to speak words of life and peace and love and belief and unmerited favor towards them, so that when they finish hearing from you in whatever way that you're communicating with them, they will be encouraged. Because this is so important, especially in these last and evil days, when it's so easy to get discouraged by what is going on in the world today. So I just wanted to share that with you today. Pray and ask the Spirit of the Most High Yah to continue to show you what He wants you to know and learn and do and obey from this passage of Scripture. and make the spiritual and natural adjustments that you need to make sure that you're lining up your life with this passage today. So with that, I will leave you with shalom.